So this is my breakfast. Salad with some little stuff on the side just to eat. So it's cheering me up. I feel better. I just gotta improve and keep on moving. You know, I can't take 2 steps back. You know, I gotta keep moving forward. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this little breakfast, go to sleep. Tomorrow night, do the exact same thing over again. So I am very upset and disappointed in myself because tonight was supposed to be the night where I evalved, which it was. And long story short, I didn't pass. I did not pass at all. I did my pre-trip. I did okay. Forgot like one thing, but it's still a pass. I did my in-cab, which is part of the pre-trip, which was a pass. He actually made me do it twice, and I passed both of them. And so after that, then we moved on to the backing, and I don't know what it was, but me and straight line backing just, good morning, we just don't get along at all. So straight line backing, I did okay. You know, they say the number one rule is get it in the box. Just get it in the box. Doesn't have to be straight, doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to look cute. Just get it in the box. And me, I don't know, I'm kind of like a perfectionist. So like, even though they're telling me this, I'm just like, yeah, it needs to be like in the centers. I'm like, you know. So at one point I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just get it in the box. I don't care, I just want to pass. So I was like, I'm gonna do any and everything to get this sucker in the box. And that's what I did, and I passed straight line back. And then he was like, do a right side offset, and I said okay. So I was doing the right side offset, and that's basically when you have to pull the truck up and you have to basically bring it into the other lane. You know, nothing crazy, nothing cute, just bring it into the other lane. So I was trying to remember all the points, but with having to turn the wheel to the left, turn the wheel to the right, turn it this much, look for the landing gear, it just started to confuse me a little bit, and I started to second guess everything that I was doing. And I was, at one point I was just like, you know what, forget this, I'm going to get in the box. I don't care what, I forgot the points is out the window, you know. So I'm like, it's going in this box. So I get it in the box, and then he's like, okay, now do the other side, left side parallel, left side offset. So I'm like, fuck, okay. And I'm like, I literally just forgot all the points for this side, but now I got to do the other side. So I'm like, fuck, okay. So I start to do it, forget them all again, and I'm just like, all right, whatever, get it in the box. So I finally get it in the box. And then he's like, okay, do a right side parallel. And I'm like, I could do that. Right side parallels are my thing. I love right side parallels. So I'm like, okay. So I start doing it. Something goes wrong. I put the wrong tire on the wrong line, and I screwed up. I screwed up real bad. And it's like, when you do the test, you get 2 pull-ups and 2 lookouts, or get out and looks. And I ran out of those. So it was like a point every time you get out and look after your second get out and look. And it's a point every time, you know, you get, you know, good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. And so it's a point every time you don't do it. So I'm like, gosh darn it. So I was just point. So then it got to a point where he was just like, okay, you know what, let's take a break. And I was like, yeah, let's take a break, because I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting upset because I just want to pass and I'm not passing. So he's like, let's take a drive. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm willing to do whatever you want me to do. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So we went and we took a drive. I was doing pretty good. I didn't really grind the gears too much. I probably grinded the gears like twice, which is, they say, is pretty good. You know, I didn't stall out. You know, I didn't run through a red light. I didn't run through a yield sign. So, you know, it was all pretty good. But I did do a stupid freaking autofill, which is I changed lanes in the middle of an intersection. And technically that's a hazardous violation. So that would have failed my test. So he told me about it, and he wasn't testing me on it, but if that was test day, the examiner would have failed me. And it's real cold. I don't know if you can see my breath, but it's real cold here. So yep. So then we got back, and I started doing, you know, the backing all over again. So I did the straight line back, did the offset, boom, boom, got them done. Did the head back to the right side parallel. It kept messing me up. And so I'm like, okay, you know what? I got 15 minutes. 2 lookouts, you know, 2 pull-ups. I'm going to use them. So I used both my pull-ups, and I used both my get out and looks. Had nothing left. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And like the way that it was sitting in the thing, it was like, it was ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, so how can I fix this to get myself in the box? It don't got to be pretty, but I just need to get in the box. So I'm just like, all right. So I'm like, Mr. Examiner, you know, how much time do I have left? And Mr. Examiner was like, you have 2 minutes. And I'm like, there's no way possible, remotely possible, I could have got that truck in that box in 2 minutes. So unfortunately, I gave up. And he told me to step out the truck and come on back on Sunday. So, very disappointed in myself. I'm not a person to give up, but I should have never gave up. But it's just, I just couldn't get it in the box for some reason, and it made me very upset. So I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on, you know, but I'm not doing so good at the moment. I'm very upset with myself. Very upset. So I'm not going to be able to test on Saturday. Not going to be able to test on Sunday. So maybe next week I'll be able to test when they think I'm ready. All right.